Interested in getting tickets to a concert or sporting event? Use SeatGeek and get $20 off on your next purchase with promo code OBERSPORTS. That's OBERSPORTS, OBERSPORTS. What's going on, guys? Jacob over here, coming to you with my reactions to Game 3 of the 2021 NBA Finals between the Milwaukee Bucks and the Phoenix Suns. First time the city of Milwaukee has hosted an NBA Finals game since 1974. And the Bucks win tonight, 120-100, a dominant performance from about mid to late second quarter and beyond. The Bucks were just, the better team overall tonight. I mean, Giannis was extremely aggressive. The team played focused. They knocked down enough shots. They didn't knock down as many shots as you would hope, but when they did get hot, they made their shots count. Pat Connaughton had a huge three to end the third quarter, put us up 22. And man, about Giannis though, I mean, Giannis, man, this man put up back-to-back 40-point performances in the NBA Finals. 42 in Game 2, 41 tonight, 41, 13, and 6 was his stat line. And he was 13 of 17 from the free throw line. He hit a lot of free throws. And two of those misses came on one trip to the free throw line early in the game, too. He was about as good as you could ask for. And he played like the best player in basketball. And, with these back-to-back NBA Final performances, 40-point games, right now, it's kind of hard for me to say that he's not the best player in the NBA. He is clearly the best player in this entire series, and when he is playing like he did tonight, the Bucks are not a team that's going to lose much. And how about Jrue Holiday, too? Jrue Holiday hit 5 or 6 threes tonight. He hit some big threes when Phoenix was making a push in the third quarter. They think they cut it to at least 6 points at one point, or actually, I think they cut it to 4 at one point. It was 74-70. Jrue comes back and hits a three, and it's 77-70. And that play there, those threes that he hit in the third quarter, that kind of kept us, with enough breathing room, those were huge. And Jrue Holiday, I mean, Giannis, I think after Game 1, after Jrue Holiday had a poor performance, he said, I know that Drew's going to be there when we need him the most. And tonight, Jrue Holiday was there when the Bucks needed him the most. Shout out to him. Shout out to Chris Middleton. Chris Middleton was okay. I think he had 18 points or so. But, I mean, he kind of did his job. He was the shooting threat, and the other guys kind of stepped up. So we didn't really need Chris to be great tonight. Because Jrue Holiday was, and Giannis obviously was. So, but getting Jrue Holiday going, and, even Middleton with a much better performance than Game 2. He had 18 points tonight, but only the 11 in Game 2. I mean, just, it's got to be a big confidence boost for him. But, I mean, Jrue Holiday, man, hitting those threes, such a huge difference in this game. We could be talking about the Bucks potentially having lost that game or blown the 15-point halftime lead if he doesn't make those huge threes, because those are some huge momentum shifters towards the Bucks after the Suns just kept trying to claw their way back in the entire game, or the entire third quarter, and it's really what sparked that run. I think the Bucks finished on a 16-0 run to end the third quarter. I mean, that was probably one of the best stretches of basketball the Bucks played all season long, by far, and in the most important game. I mean, I think Jeff Van Gundy was talking about this was one of the biggest games, or maybe it was Mark Jackson, I don't know, one of the two. They were talking about this is one of the biggest games in franchise history for the Bucks, and it really was, because if the Bucks lose this game, they essentially lose the series, because no other team has ever come back from 0-3 deficit. And, early on, the way that the Bucks were playing, I was kind of not feeling great, because they were down 3, I think after 1, down 6 at one point in the second quarter. But I mean, they went on a big run at the end of the, I think it was a 30-9 run after the 9-minute mark in the second quarter, I want to say, to finish that half. And that stretch of basketball really, along with the third quarter, by the way, it really kind of saved the season, honestly. I mean, the Bucks, they looked like it was like a repeat of the first two games. They were kind of staying in striking distance, but Phoenix clearly looked like the better team. And then they just kind of turned on the motors, and they attacked. And they got DeAndre Ayton in foul trouble, too. DeAndre Ayton had 5 fouls late in this game, and they got him at 3 in the second quarter, got him to 4 in the third quarter, and it allowed the Bucks to kind of have a great matchup against the Suns on defense when the Suns were on defense, because without DeAndre Ayton, they really don't have another rim protector. I mean, without, Saric, which is their normal power forward center in a small ball lineup. They didn't have that, extra guy to do that. So, I mean, they're kind of I'm pretty sure there were stretches where they had Jay Crowder at the 5, which not ideal if you want to defend Giannis and the Bucks in the paint. Lopez, Giannis, Drew's ability to get to the rim. I mean, the Bucks are just a team that lives in the paint, and not having a guy like DeAndre Ayton, who was doing really well in this game too before he got into foul trouble, not having a guy like Ayton really kind of switched this game up for the Bucks, because he was dominating early on, especially in the offensive end too. He was really the Suns' entire paint scoring. And after Ayton went out, not only did they lose his defense, but they lost his scoring, and the Suns were kind of having to settle for jump shots, and they were hitting them a lot. I mean, Jay Crowder was like 6 for 7 on threes, but, jump shooting isn't really sustainable sometimes, and that's kind of what happened. The Phoenix offense went cold at one point in the second quarter without Ayton out there, and, things shifted in Milwaukee's favor. So, yeah, I mean, this is a game I'm always going to remember. It's a game I'm always going to remember. And God, I hope we can go back and win this series for sure. This is the first step. We can do it, guys. This is the first step. The Bucks showed that they can do it. And even in game 2, man, I mean, I really feel like the Bucks probably should have won that game. They just really didn't hit a lot of the open looks they got. But I mean, I really believe in this Bucks team. I really believe they can do it. And if they do, it will probably go down as the happiest moment in my sports watching life, because coming back from down 0-2 to get the city's first championship since 1971, I don't think anything would ever beat that. So, here's to hoping, guys. They had a great first step, and the war will continue. But in the meantime, guys, so thanks for watching. That's all I got to say in this video. Just so happy the Bucks won tonight, because if we went down 0-3, it'd have been really, really difficult to watch Game 4 knowing that the series is essentially over, and, I just wouldn't be as into it, and I'd kind of feel like the series is over, and it probably would have been. So, anyways, guys, so thanks for watching. I will see you guys after Game 4. I'll have my reactions to that game afterwards. But in the meantime, take care and fear dear.